Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Cook With Me. Well, it's getting to be a little chillier, so it's really getting to be soup season. So we're going to be using this month to make some delicious soups, some a little more labor intensive than others, but none of them very hard. The soup I'm going to start with today is a soup, but basically a technique and a little hint. With the price of groceries the way they are, we can't afford to throw away food. And a couple of weeks ago, I roasted a nice whole chicken because we like a nice roasted chicken dinner. And of course we had it for a couple of meals, and then there was still some chicken left, and you really don't want to eat a third day of the same thing. So I took all the bones and stripped them and put them in a pot and boiled those up with some onions and celery and bay leaf and thyme and made a nice chicken stock, almost like a bone broth. And then I took whatever chicken I had left over and shredded it up and put it in a bag, a freezer bag. Now when I put the freezer bag in the freezer, I also filled it with frozen peas and carrots and frozen corn. And I froze it all together in the bag. So today, when I want to make a soup, everything is basically prepared for me with the exception of a couple of aromatics, some celery and onions. And we can make a delicious chicken soup with ditalini pasta, so almost like a chicken noodle, with little or no effort. So I'm going to take you down and we'll show you how we're going to put this soup together in no time flat. And then what you do is you put it on the back burner if you have a warmer burner, and you have a nice pot of soup anytime during the day that somebody's chilly and wants a nice warm cup of chicken soup, or you can have it for a meal alongside some crackers and maybe some homemade bread. So I'm going to take you down and we're going to get started making our chicken leftover soup. Be right back. Okay, I'm down at the stove and I have a little soup pot. I'm not making a big batch of soup. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. And my celery and onion that I have chopped up. And I'm just going to cook those for about 5 minutes or so. Let them sweat a little bit. Let me see if I can bring you in. How many of you have ever heard of or made what's called Thursday soup or leftover soup? I remember making it back when I was a young married. I wanted to give it a try and it really worked out really well. What you do is you have a container in the freezer and you put whatever's left over from dinner or meals in that container. Could be a few vegetables, maybe a little bit of leftover spaghetti, some spaghetti sauce maybe some potatoes. And when that container gets full, you dump it all in a soup pot, add some broth and maybe some other things like canned tomatoes or so on, and make yourself a really tasty soup. And believe me, as odd as that sounds, it makes a very tasty soup. The name of it was called scrap soup or Thursday soup. And it was called Thursday soup because historically, workers got paid on Friday, and so by Thursday, they're using up whatever they had left in the house or in the pantry or in the kitchen because they don't get paid till the next day. So I haven't made that in a long time. It's also called scrap soup. I think some places call it garbage soup, but that's not such an appetizing name, so I don't call it garbage soup. Thursday soup is actually what it's called. Have any of you made that soup before? Leave a note down in the comments and let me know. Now this is looking pretty good. So I'm going to add a container of broth. And it might still be partially frozen, but it will thaw. And I have another half container in there if I need it. And it is frozen, even though I took it out yesterday. But it's only partially frozen. It's a nice, deep colored broth because it simmered a long time. And I might need to add a little water. If I need to add some more liquid, what I will do is to add some water with some chicken broth base. This same technique can be used instead of making chicken soup. I could add my bag of goodies to a can of cream of chicken soup and make a chicken pot pie. So freezing a bag of goodies gives you quite a few options. Now I'm going to leave this for just a few minutes and let it come to a simmer, and then we'll go on and put our chicken in. Back in just a couple. Okay, so this is coming to a nice rolling boil, and I'm going to get my bag of goodies. And here it is. You see? So, and I'm also going to add about a big half cup of ditalini. Now, I'm going to bring it back to a simmer, and then I'm going to simmer it for about 10 minutes so the pasta cooks. And I may have to add more liquid because the pasta will drink it up. And then the soup is ready. I haven't added any other seasonings here because I seasoned the broth, but we will check it for salt and pepper when it's done. But it looks good already. Well, there you go. Look at that. Now I've only just got a little bit in here, just trying to let it cool a little bit so I could get a taste test for you. And the rest of it is on the simmer burner, keeping nice and hot. Hold on. Okay, sorry, had to get the TV muted. So let's see if I can get a little taste. Looks good enough to eat. Well, you can almost see me. Okay. I'm going to try to get corn and veggies and chicken hot. That is so good. Look at that. And the seasonings are right on point. Delicious, delicious. And look, half an hour, very little prep, an onion and celery. Keep your little packages of goodies in the freezer and you'll be all set. So I think I'm just going to make a nice bowl of this for lunch right now. So I will be back to see you Wednesday. Wednesday will be a craft day. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet, but it'll be good. We'll have fun. So until then, have a great afternoon, evening, morning, night, whatever it is for you. Stay safe, warm, cool, dry, whatever you need. And I'll see you again Wednesday. Until then, everybody play nice now. Love you. Bye-bye.